Chosen one, the world is about to witness your riches. God is with you. You have waited, you have endured, and you have stood strong in moments where everything seemed uncertain. But now, the tides are turning in your favor. The universe has watched your unwavering faith, your commitment, and your silent resilience. And now, the world is about to watch something they never expected: your rise into riches, abundance, and influence. This isn't by chance. This is destiny, unfolding in its divine order. The seeds you've sown in silence, the sacrifices no one knew about, the prayers you whispered in the dark, all of it is coming full circle. The time has come. Your riches are not just material. They are spiritual, emotional, financial, and energetic. You are stepping into a frequency where lack can no longer live. Your name is being whispered in places of favor, and soon, the world won't be able to deny your glow. You were chosen for this. Not just to be rich, but to shine as proof of what happens when purpose meets divine timing. Watch this video until the end, because it is filled with divine encouragement and cosmic truth that will ignite something deep inside you. And as you feel that spark awaken, I encourage you to write in the comments your warmest wishes along with the number 99. Because this is the chapter where your wishes start coming true, and the universe begins to align everything in your favor. Let your words carry energy. Let your wish echo into the cosmos. You're not just hoping anymore, you're manifesting, and the universe is listening. Now, chosen one, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. There's a sacred shift happening around you right now. A stirring, a realignment. Energetically, spiritually, even physically, things are moving into place. You may not have seen it fully yet, but you've felt it. That tension in the air that comes just before breakthrough. That unexplainable knowing that something powerful is coming. You're not wrong to believe it. In fact, your belief is what's been calling it in all along. You have been walking a path where others would have given up. You've kept moving when the road felt endless. You've smiled when your heart was breaking. You've poured into others even when your own cup felt empty. That's not ordinary behavior. That's chosen behavior. And chosen ones are not just rewarded, they are recognized. The universe recognizes what you've done in the dark. God has seen every quiet step you took in faith. And now comes the reward. Now comes the overflow. Your story is about to shift in a way that shocks those who underestimated you. Those who looked at your current situation and assumed that was the whole story. But they never understood your anointing. They never saw the spiritual contracts written on your behalf. What they thought was a delay was divine preparation. What they labeled as failure was sacred formation. And now, your rise will be undeniable. It won't be silent. It won't be small. It will be a divine spectacle. The world will watch you bloom, and they will be forced to acknowledge the hand of God over your life. You were never meant to stay hidden. That season was for your protection. But now comes the exposure, and not the kind that drains you. The kind that elevates you, the kind that puts your gifts, your presence, and your essence on display. This world needs what you carry. The light in you is too powerful to be ignored any longer. The vision you've been given is too sacred to remain dormant. Get ready to be seen. Get ready to be celebrated. Get ready to be blessed beyond what you thought possible. This is the season where you stop surviving and start thriving. You've learned the lessons. You've healed through the heartbreaks. You've passed the tests. And now, abundance is your new reality. Not because you chased it, but because you aligned with it. You're not just stepping into wealth, you're becoming wealth. Your energy is rich. Your thoughts are abundant. Your presence is magnetic. That's what the world is about to witness. They'll see the external riches, yes, but what will truly shake them is the internal richness that radiates from you. The peace, The power, the poise, the confidence. That's what they'll be drawn to. That's what they'll try to understand. But only the chosen ones know what it took to become this version of themselves. You don't owe explanations. You don't need validation. You don't have to prove anything. Your existence is the proof. The way you show up in the world now, rooted, glowing, certain, is the evidence of your transformation. You didn't fake it. You faced it. You didn't force it. You flowed with it. And that's why it's working. That's why the blessings are chasing you down. That's why opportunities are finding you in the most unexpected ways. You've activated a spiritual magnetism that cannot be stopped. There are people watching you right now, not because they're supporting you, but because they're curious. They felt the shift in your energy before they even saw the change in your reality. And some of them are confused. How did you go from being overlooked to being overbooked? How did you go from struggling in silence to shining with purpose? How did you do it? And the truth is, you didn't do it alone. God carried you when your legs gave out. The universe held space for your breakthrough. Your higher self kept whispering, "Keep going," even when it didn't make sense. And now, it all makes sense. There's no force on this earth that can stop what's coming to you. Not jealousy, not doubt, not fear, not resistance. You've outgrown the version of you that played small to make others comfortable. You've evolved beyond the spaces that once limited you. You've shed the layers of insecurity, shame, and scarcity. And what's left is pure power. A version of you that is connected to source, aligned with purpose, dripping in favor, overflowing with grace. That's what they'll see, and that's what they'll never be able to deny. You've become a living reminder of what happens when someone decides to rise no matter what. You're no longer waiting for permission. You've given yourself the green light. You're no longer asking, "Am I ready?" You're declaring, "I'm here." This is your entrance. This is your moment. This is your reward season. And it's not temporary, it's transformational. The riches that are manifesting are not fleeting. They're rooted in your soul's growth. That's why they're sustainable. That's why they're multiplying. You're in the kind of alignment that creates overflow. Expect doors to open without you having to knock. Expect your name to be mentioned in rooms you've never entered. Expect divine acceleration. What once took years will now take weeks. What once felt impossible will suddenly feel inevitable. That's the frequency you're entering. That's the dimension you're rising into. The momentum is undeniable. The world is about to watch in awe as you become everything you were born to be. Stay humble, but never shrink. Stay grounded, but don't dim. Stay kind, but hold your boundaries like royalty. You are the embodiment of divine timing. You are the result of unwavering faith. You are the testimony walking in real time. The world is about to witness it all. They will witness your transformation, your breakthrough, your wealth, your impact. And most of all, they will witness the undeniable truth that God is with you. You didn't come this far by accident. Every moment, every step, every detour, it was all woven into the greater picture of your rise. You may have doubted it before, you may have even questioned yourself, but now the confirmation is showing up everywhere. You can feel it. The world is catching up to what your spirit has known all along. You were never meant for average. You were always destined for greatness. And now the stage is being set for your riches to be revealed, not just for your benefit, but so the world can witness what divine alignment looks like in human form. People will begin to look at you differently, not just because you look different, but because you feel different. There is a glow about you now. It's the glow of someone who has been refined in the fire and came out shining. You don't carry the same energy you used to. Your presence speaks before you say a word. That's power. That's elevation. And that's what the world is about to see. They will try to define your success by material things, your car, your home, your bank account. but they'll never truly be able to measure the richness of your soul, the wealth in your wisdom, or the depth of your transformation. Your journey is evidence that delay is not denial. You weren't being punished. You were being positioned. The waiting season was never about withholding blessings from you. It was about preparing you to hold what was coming. Because these blessings, they're not small. They're not ordinary. They're heavy with purpose. And only someone who has been forged in faith can carry the kind of abundance you're stepping into. You had to become a version of yourself that could handle the magnitude of what's coming. That's why the wait was so long. That's why the trials were so intense. Because what's coming is beyond your imagination. You are becoming the answer to prayers you didn't even know were being spoken. People are about to witness blessings fall on you, and they will feel inspired to believe again. Your success will not only change your life, it will activate faith in those around you. You're not just being blessed, you're becoming a blessing. Your rise is a ripple effect. It sends waves through your community, your lineage, your environment. You are the one who breaks the chains. You are the one who sets a new standard. You are the one who shows what's possible when the soul stays aligned with divine timing. Don't be surprised when favor finds you in places you never expected. Don't be surprised when strangers support you more than people you've known for years. Sometimes the light in you makes others uncomfortable, especially when they're still hiding in their shadows. But you didn't come here to shrink. You came here to shine, and that light will always expose what's not in alignment. Some people will fall away. Some situations will dissolve. That's not rejection. It's realignment. It's the universe making room for everything that matches your new frequency. Money is coming. Opportunities are coming. Recognition is coming. But more importantly, peace is coming. You've lived through chaos. You've survived in scarcity. Now comes the season where your nervous system relaxes, where your shoulders drop, where your heart opens again. You're about to live in a way that feels safe, supportive, and sustainable. That's true wealth. That's real abundance. And it's all aligning with you now. Keep your vision clear and your energy clean. Not everyone can come with you. Not every voice deserves to be in your ear. Protect your focus. Guard your momentum. You've built this moment with your consistency, your discipline, your trust in something bigger. Don't let distractions dilute the energy you've cultivated. Your mission is too important. Your future is too bright. You're not proving anything, you're living it. You're the kind of person who turns pain into power, setbacks into setups, delays into detours toward greater destinations. That's not ordinary. That's divine. That's chosen. That's who you are. And now, that truth is echoing out into the world. People will see you and sense that you carry something different, that your success didn't come from privilege, but from perseverance, that your glow didn't come from the spotlight, but from surviving the darkness. The blessings coming your way aren't fragile. They aren't temporary. They're anchored in your growth, your alignment, your evolution. That's why you can rest easy. What's meant for you will not pass you by. What's written for you cannot be erased. The universe is precise. God is intentional. Every delay, every closed door, every not yet was simply guiding you here, to this exact moment where everything starts to unfold. Watch how fast things move now. Watch how suddenly life flips in your favor. It's not magic. It's manifestation. It's divine design. This season will require you to walk with your head high, not with arrogance, but with certainty. The kind of certainty that says, I belong here, because you do. The kind of certainty that says, I'm worthy of this, because you are. The kind of certainty that knows you don't have to compete. You attract. You don't chase, you align. You don't force, you flow. And everything you need flows to you with ease, because you are in rhythm with your destiny. Let the world watch. Let them see your evolution. Let them be inspired by your transformation. Because your life is about to become a visual example of divine abundance. And it won't just be about what you have, it will be about who you've become. Someone unshakable, someone radiant, someone undeniably blessed. That's what they're about to witness. You're not just walking into riches, you're walking into your era, the era where things come together, where blessings unfold, where you no longer question your value, your path, or your purpose. This is the moment where your reality starts to reflect the truth you've always carried in your soul. You are chosen, you are powerful, and you are destined for more. And now, finally, the world will see it too. There is no going back now. You've crossed into a new timeline, a new dimension, one where your presence is needed, your gifts are honored, and your dreams are supported. This is where you flourish. This is where you rise. This is where the world watches and marvels. This shift, this elevation, this divine unveiling, it's not temporary. It's not conditional. It's not something that can be undone or taken away. You've aligned with something eternal, something rooted in your soul's mission. That's why you feel different. That's why the energy around you is shifting so quickly. The world is starting to respond to the power you've always carried. It's not that the blessings are new. It's that the timing is finally right. The universe is ready. You are ready. And now, your riches are being revealed. You've been called to carry a frequency that not everyone understands. And for a long time, it may have felt like no one really saw you. You were giving, loving, serving, growing. And still, the recognition didn't seem to match your effort. But that was never the point. You weren't being overlooked. You were being hidden, covered, protected. God was keeping you in a place where you could grow without interference, where your roots could run deep, where your identity could form away from the noise. And now, after all the preparation, the spotlight turns in your direction. But not for the sake of fame, for the fulfillment of purpose. You're not just meant to be rich, you're meant to be impactful. You're meant to be a reminder. When people look at you, they'll see what resilience looks like. They'll see what grace looks like. They'll see what it means to walk with divine favor. And they'll be reminded that it's possible for them too. You are becoming the evidence. You are becoming the example. Your life is about to speak louder than any words ever could. The overflow that's coming to you is not coming randomly. It's responding to your energy. It's answering your commitment. The universe is deeply intelligent. It knows what you've been holding, what you've been healing, what you've been releasing. And now, it's responding with blessings that match your new vibration. You've cleared space. You've made room. That's why new doors are opening. That's why old patterns are dissolving. That's why people who once felt close now feel distant. Your frequency is rising, and not everything can rise with you. This season will feel lighter. But not because your responsibilities disappear, because your energy will be so elevated, you'll handle everything with grace. What once drained you will no longer have access to you. What once confused you will now feel clear. The noise is fading, and your vision is sharpening. You're not chasing anything. You're magnetizing everything. The world is watching, but you're not performing. You're just being. And that being is enough to attract miracles, money, love, peace, and power. You've entered your era of ease. Not because life will always be simple, but because your soul has matured. You now understand who you are and what you carry. You no longer move from desperation. You move from discernment. You no longer act from fear. You act from alignment. You are in control of your choices, your focus, your peace. And that kind of inner stability creates outer miracles. The riches that are unfolding now are tailored for you. They aren't generic. They aren't secondhand. They are uniquely yours, designed for your path, meant for your frequency, aligned with your soul's purpose. And that's why they're coming in a way that feels so natural. You're not forcing anything. You're receiving. And the world is watching with wide eyes and open mouths, wondering how it happened so suddenly. But you know it wasn't sudden. It was sacred. It was the result of years of silent growth and quiet faith. You've stepped into a space where money is no longer a question. It's an answer. It's a tool. It's an extension of your energy. It flows to you because of the integrity you carry, the light you shine, and the value you bring. You're not hustling. You're harmonizing. You're no longer trading your time for survival. You're exchanging your energy for expansion. And the world is going to witness you elevate in ways that defy logic. They won't understand how you did it. They'll try to reverse engineer your glow. They'll study your moves, but they'll never be able to duplicate your essence. Because this isn't just about strategy. It's about soul. You didn't rise because of luck. You rose because you're aligned, because you're faithful, because you're chosen. And that kind of rise can't be replicated. It can only be divinely orchestrated. You're about to become a magnet for divine partnerships. The kind of people who support you, see you, value you, and want to build with you. You're no longer in the realm of toxic attachments or one-sided connections. You've graduated from survival bonds. Now come the aligned collaborations, the mutual respect, the spaces where your brilliance is not only welcomed, but celebrated. That's another form of riches, having people around you who match your frequency. You'll also notice something else. You no longer need to defend your dream. You don't feel the urge to explain your path. That's because your results are starting to speak for you. Your glow is doing the talking. Your presence carries the message. You've become so aligned that words are optional. That's how powerful you've become. That's how magnetic you are now. The world is going to try to put labels on your success. They'll say, you got lucky. They'll try to fit you into boxes that feel comfortable for them. But the truth is, there is no label for someone who is divinely guided. There is no category for someone who is living in purpose. You're beyond definitions. You're beyond limitations. And the world is going to have to adjust. You'll start to notice the universe moving things faster. It's like your life is on a new speed setting. Delays become detours that lead to upgrades. Setbacks become setups for even bigger wins. Nothing is wasted. Everything is used. You're now in divine flow. You're not waiting anymore. You're receiving. You're not hoping anymore. You're embodying. That's what wealth really is. And that's what the world is about to see in you. This is your era of impact. This is your season of reward. This is your moment of full expression. Nothing hidden, nothing held back, nothing dimmed. You're walking into rooms with authority. You're speaking with clarity. You're attracting with intention. And all of it is happening because you've stayed the course. You didn't give up. You didn't compromise your soul. You stayed aligned. And now, the universe is aligning with you. This is just the beginning. The energy you're stepping into will continue to elevate you in ways that seem surreal. But you'll remain grounded, because you know where you came from. You know the cost of this level. And you're not here to boast. You're here to bless, to inspire, to lead by example, and to let your life shine as a living manifestation of what's possible when you say yes to your calling. The world is watching. And you're just getting started. You're walking with a different energy now. It's not the same energy you carried when you were trying to figure things out, when you were trying to find your footing in a world that never quite felt ready for your light. That version of you was powerful too, but this version is unstoppable. You've emerged from the shadows of uncertainty into the clarity of your purpose. You're not chasing clarity anymore. You're embodying it. You've crossed over into a level where your energy is the announcement, your presence is the evidence, and the world is about to witness what real, undeniable, divine favor looks like. You don't have to speak loudly to be heard anymore. You don't have to prove your worth. You are moving in such alignment that life itself is echoing your greatness. The universe is amplifying your essence. You've become the vibration of abundance, and because of that, everything that matches that vibration is now speeding its way into your reality. You are a match for miracles, a match for overflow, a match for success, a match for the exact kind of wealth that was designed with your soul in mind. What's happening now isn't about finally getting lucky. It's about divine return. The energy you've poured out into people, into prayers, into passion, into purpose, is circling back to you in magnified form. The world is about to witness just how powerful that return is. You gave so much without knowing if it would ever come back. You kept showing up when it seemed like no one was watching. But now, the spotlight is finding you. And it's not because you demanded it, it's because you've become it. You've become a magnet for blessings, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. You've cultivated a frequency that's irresistible to the universe. You think, speak, walk, and breathe abundance. You've let go of the past identities that kept you small. You've unlearned the stories that told you you had to struggle to be worthy. And now, you walk like someone who knows they are chosen. You speak like someone who knows their words have weight. You move like someone who knows they are being guided every step of the way. That kind of confidence is rare. That kind of energy is undeniable. And now, the riches are pouring in, not to prove a point, but to fulfill a purpose. This is not about showing off. This is about showing up. Fully, boldly, authentically. You're no longer interested in impressing anyone. You're focused on impacting everything. Your rise is sacred. Your wealth is a tool for transformation. Your glow is permission for others to shine. You're no longer trying to escape your old life. You're building a new one, brick by brick, with intention, clarity, and divine backing. Every resource you need is finding you. Every connection that can elevate your vision is arriving on time. Every obstacle that once stood in your way is dissolving. You are no longer in resistance. You are in divine receiving. The world is not just going to see what you have. They're going to feel what you've become. And that feeling is going to shift atmospheres. You'll walk into rooms and things will change. People will feel uplifted just by being near you. That's wealth. That's power. That's the real treasure. Your essence. You're no longer confused about your purpose. You're not wondering what your next step should be. You are flowing with life now. You're no longer waiting for signs. You are the sign. You are the evidence that divine timing is real, that faith works, that alignment is magnetic. And as you continue to rise, the things that once triggered you won't even register on your radar. You've elevated. And because of that, your whole life is elevating. You're starting to notice how easy things feel now. Not because life is perfect, but because you are finally aligned with the truth of who you are. And when you're aligned, things naturally work. People show up. Opportunities present themselves. Money flows. Ideas click. That's not an accident. It's an energetic law. You've stepped into a frequency that makes struggle irrelevant. You don't need to fight for your blessings anymore. They recognize you. They've been waiting for this version of you to show up. And now that you're here, they're flooding in like a tidal wave. This is the part of your story where things begin to make sense. All the closed doors, all the silent seasons, all the moments you felt forgotten. They all served a purpose. They all brought you here. And here is sacred. Here is powerful. Here is the doorway to everything you've ever envisioned. And the world is going to witness this new chapter unfold in real time. Some won't understand how you got here. They'll try to dissect your journey. They'll wonder why it happened for you. But they didn't see what you endured. They didn't witness your inner battles, your private breakthroughs. They don't know how many times you chose faith over fear. They weren't there when you cried in silence but still got up the next morning. and that's okay. Because this rise, it's not for them to understand. It's for them to witness. It's for them to be inspired by. It's for them to realize that what's happening for you is possible for them too. If they align, if they trust, if they dare to rise. You are no longer who you were. You are a living embodiment of transformation. Your energy has changed. Your mindset has changed. Your entire identity has shifted. And with that shift comes new access, new opportunities, new levels of wealth and freedom. You are the living bridge between what was and what's possible. And the world is watching you walk that bridge with power, poise, and purpose. Let them watch. Let them wonder. Let them witness your riches unfold. Because this isn't about revenge. It's about revelation. This isn't about proving them wrong. It's about proving your soul right. This is about becoming everything you were always meant to be. And finally, the time has come for you to fully step into that version of you. There is no limit to how high you can rise now. The universe is expanding around your belief. The more you trust, the more you receive. The more you embody abundance, the more abundance flows to you. You're in harmony with a force greater than anything in the material world. And because of that, you cannot lose. You cannot be denied. You cannot be blocked. Everything that belongs to you is finding you now. Everything that once seemed far is drawing near. Everything you once dreamed is about to become your daily life. Keep going. Keep trusting. Keep rising. This is only the beginning of a much greater story. And the world? The world is about to watch you live it. Boldly, beautifully, and richly. Your wealth is not accidental. It's not something you stumbled upon. It's something that was promised, something that was planned, something that was placed in your soul before you were even born. And now, you're stepping into the full realization of that promise. With no fear, with no doubt, just truth, just grace, just unstoppable energy. You are fully supported, spiritually, financially, emotionally, energetically. Everything you need is surrounding you. The path is being cleared. The connections are aligning. The doors are unlocking. Even as you read this, things are shifting in your favor behind the scenes. That's the kind of favor that follows the chosen. That's the kind of support that surrounds those who dare to walk in purpose. Chosen one, your past. Pain is turning into a reward. God is with you. You've been through enough. More than enough. There were moments you didn't know if you would make it, if your heart could withstand another blow, if your soul could bear another loss. You've walked through fire while others danced in rain. You've carried invisible battles that no one else saw, fought silent wars that tore at the edges of your mind, and endured a loneliness that felt louder than a crowded room. But hear this. None of it was in vain. Not a single tear. Not one breakdown. Not one night you cried out in silence. It was not wasted. You are the chosen one, and every piece of that pain is now transforming into the very thing that will elevate you. You didn't just survive. Your survival became your power. And now, your reward is coming. It's already finding its way to you. Not by accident, not by chance, but by divine design. The energy of all you've endured is being rewritten into a season of joy, breakthrough, and overflow. You are stepping into the realm where the storm is no longer your enemy. It was your training ground. And now, it's your time. Before we begin, I want you to do something powerful. Stay with this video until the very end. Because as you absorb every word, you are energizing your path. You are syncing with divine abundance. And when you're done watching, go to the comments and write your warmest wish. Write it with your whole heart. And add the number 99. This number carries vibration. It's a sacred echo in the universe. A signal that you are closing an old cycle, and stepping into divine completion. This is the chapter of wishes coming true, of divine favor rushing in, of energy aligning to bring forth exactly what your soul has been seeking. So breathe deeply, let your faith be stirred, and write your wish with boldness. The universe is listening. Now, chosen one, like this video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. You see, pain has a strange way of disguising itself as punishment. When you're in the middle of it, when you're holding on by a thread, it's easy to believe you've been forgotten. It's easy to feel overlooked when the weight is unbearable and the rewards seem far. But what if I told you that the weight you carried was the very evidence of your calling? What if that pressure wasn't to break you, but to build you? The chosen ones are often marked by pain before they're recognized by reward. Not because they are weak, but because they are meant to carry a light so bright, it must first be shaped in the dark. And you, dear soul, have been shaped, sharpened, fortified. Every betrayal, every rejection, every failure, it didn't destroy you, it refined you. You are no longer who you used to be. That version of you, the one who doubted, who begged, who questioned why life seemed so unfair, is now stepping aside for the version of you that commands peace, that attracts abundance, that walks boldly into favor. Your past didn't come to define you. It came to prepare you. It brought you wisdom, patience, resilience, and a depth that most will never understand. That pain you endured wasn't a life sentence. It was your preparation for overflow. And now, the time has come where heaven is saying, give it to them. They've waited long enough. Their reward has matured. Sometimes when you're the chosen one, the path feels lonelier. You might have looked around and seen others succeeding, laughing, building while you were breaking. It felt like everyone else got the blessings while you received the burdens. But don't be fooled. What was growing in you was far too sacred to be rushed. Others may have run ahead, but they weren't carrying what you were carrying. Your blessing required time, sacred timing. And now that the time is right, the release has begun. You're about to see a turnaround so profound, it will silence every doubt that ever crept into your mind. The people who left you, who mocked you, who counted you out, they served their purpose. They were part of your wilderness, part of the necessary stripping. Because had they stayed, they would have contaminated the purity of your promise. But now you're entering a space that is reserved for healed hands, for hearts that remained kind despite being wounded, for souls who refused to harden. Your pain taught you compassion. Your wounds taught you strength. Your losses taught you value. And now, you walk not as someone seeking validation, but as someone who knows their worth. And when you know your worth, the universe responds. Doors open. Opportunities chase you. People who once overlooked you start to see you with new eyes. But you're not seeking their recognition anymore. You've found your own reflection in your healing. This is more than a comeback. It's your revelation. The moment where you realize nothing was taken from you that wasn't meant to be replaced with something greater. You didn't lose. You learned. You didn't fail. You grew. And all of that growth created space for this new era you're walking into. You are not the pain. You are the phoenix rising from it. The transformation that pain produced in you has become your new identity. Not as a victim, but as a vessel of power, insight, and unshakable light. You've alchemized your suffering into sacred strength. And now, the universe is responding. The divine knows the weight of your endurance, the sleepless nights you had where you clutched your own heart and told yourself, just one more day. The silent prayers, the silent screams, the moments you showed up for others when you had nothing left to give. All of it. It's being accounted for. You thought it was going unnoticed, but you were seen the entire time. Heaven had its eyes on you. Not to punish, but to preserve. Not to test, but to train. And now that the training is done, the reward begins. You don't need to chase anymore. You don't need to beg, to hustle, to perform. What is coming to you is coming because it's owed. There's a divine reckoning in motion, a balancing of the scales. Everything that once broke you will now bless you. Everything that left you empty will now overflow. You're stepping into divine compensation. The pain was the price, but the payoff is here. And it's more than just money, more than just success. It's peace. It's alignment. It's finally feeling like you belong where you are. No more shrinking. No more dimming your light. You're not too much. You are just in rooms too small to hold your brilliance. This is your invitation to reclaim your joy. To walk in rooms like you were meant to be there. To laugh again without guilt. To trust yourself again. To believe in miracles again. The pain conditioned you to expect disappointment, but your spirit is rising now, saying, it's safe to hope again. Because it is. It's safe to dream, safe to receive. You're not in survival mode anymore. You're in receiving mode. You're in miracle mode. And nothing, not even your past, is powerful enough to block what's coming next. Your glow up is spiritual. It's not about appearances. It's about energy. You're becoming magnetic because you've become authentic. No masks, no pretending, just you. And that's enough. That's more than enough. The old you was chasing healing. The new you is becoming healing for yourself and everyone connected to you. You carry a light now that only comes from surviving the darkness. And the reward isn't just what's coming to you. It's who you've become. That strength, that wisdom, that fire, it can't be taken. And it will lead you into rooms you never dreamed of entering. So when life tried to break you, what it really did was break open your power. And now you walk differently. You speak with more conviction. You radiate peace even in chaos. And people can feel it. The reward is already visible in the way you carry yourself. The abundance is already echoing in your energy. The favor is already following you. Don't look back. There's nothing for you in the past except lessons you've already learned. Keep walking. Keep rising. Keep trusting. The story is shifting. The tables are turning. And everything that once hurt you is now turning into your harvest. It's your time now. All of it is coming together. Not because you forced it, but because you stayed faithful. You held on. You did the work. You healed, even when it hurt. You trusted when it didn't make sense. And now, the universe is rewarding that alignment. You're not being blessed out of pity. You're being blessed because you're ready. Your energy is matching your destiny. Your heart is open. Your spirit is alive. And the divine knows this is the perfect moment to elevate you. You've entered a new realm now, one where you no longer have to carry the weight of proving your worth to anyone. This part of your journey isn't about validation, it's about liberation. You're not striving, you're flowing. Not begging, but attracting. The pressure you once felt to be understood, to be accepted, to be seen, it's dissolving. Because now, you understand that your value was never determined by anyone else's ability to recognize it. You were always powerful, but that power had to be activated through pain. And now that it has, there's no going back. The energy around you is shifting, and it's not subtle. People can feel something different about you, even if they can't name it. They're drawn to your presence now because you've gone through something sacred. You've walked through fire and didn't let it turn you bitter. That's rare. Most people break under that pressure. But you broke open. You didn't shut down. You expanded. You opened your heart wider. You let the pain shape you, not shrink you. And now, the universe is answering that expansion with elevation. Chosen one, you have to understand, there is a divine intelligence orchestrating all of this. The timing of your reward isn't random, it's right on time. There's a season for everything, and your season of weeping, of wandering, of questioning, it's come to an end. You're stepping into the season of restoration. A divine repayment is happening. And it won't just make up for what you lost. It will surpass it. You thought the best was behind you. But no, the best has always been ahead of you. The most beautiful days of your life haven't even happened yet. Let that sink in, and let go of the fear that it's too late. That's an illusion born from pain. Pain made you think you missed your moment. But your moment wasn't missed, it was maturing. Your blessings weren't denied, they were being prepared. And now, because you've grown into the version of yourself who can handle them, they're being released. You had to become this strong. You had to become this wise. Because what's coming to you is massive. And it needed you to be deeply rooted, not easily shaken. This is the stage in your life where you don't chase. It chases you. Because the energy you radiate now is aligned. It's grounded in truth. It's magnetic. Your aura is no longer leaking energy through old wounds. It's charged with clarity and intention. You're not a victim of your past. You're a vessel of purpose. That's why doors will open for you now that were once locked. That's why opportunities you were once overlooked for will circle back to you. Because this time, you're not hoping to be chosen. You're showing up knowing that you already are. You don't have to beg for love, recognition, or success anymore. The version of you that tolerated crumbs is gone. The version of you that settled is no longer leading. You've met yourself in the darkness, and that self is powerful. You're walking in a new awareness. An awareness that says, if it doesn't align with peace, purpose, and truth, it's not for me. That level of discernment is part of your reward. You see things differently now. And because of that, you'll attract differently. No more cycles, no more settling, no more shrinking to make others comfortable. This transformation didn't come easy. And that's why it's so sacred. You earned every drop of this peace. You bled for this clarity. You cried for this strength. And now that it's here, you won't take it for granted. That's what makes you unstoppable. You're not entitled. You're empowered. You don't expect ease, but you know you deserve grace. And that knowing is the foundation that will carry you into every miracle coming next. People may ask you, how did you do it? And the truth is, they wouldn't understand unless they walked through what you've walked through. But you'll carry yourself in a way that lets your presence speak louder than words. You won't have to explain your growth. It will be felt. It will be seen. Your glow isn't from the surface. It's from the soul. That kind of light can't be faked. It can't be replicated. It comes only from surviving what tried to destroy you and choosing to rise anyway. You are the evidence that healing is real, that rising is possible, that miracles still happen, and your life is about to reflect that more than ever. The divine is not just rewarding your endurance, it's rewarding your heart. You stayed kind. You stayed true. You didn't let bitterness win. That matters. Your integrity in the wilderness is the reason for your abundance in the promised land. There's something holy about that. And now, every step you take is blessed. Every room you walk into is different because you're in it. You're not just existing anymore. You're embodying purpose. You're not just waiting for life to happen. You're creating it, co-creating with the divine. You've learned that even in your lowest moments, you were being carried. That's why you didn't give up. That's why you're still here. And now you're about to see what all that resilience was for. You'll look back and realize none of it was wasted. Every loss, every delay, every detour, it all led to this alignment. And you'll realize that the very pain you thought would destroy you became the soil for your growth. Without it, you wouldn't have rooted so deeply. Without it, you wouldn't have bloomed so fully. That's the paradox of transformation. The things that almost broke you are now the reason you're unbreakable. So breathe deeply now. The battle is over. The war within you has ended. You've crossed into peace, into promise, into purpose. And this isn't temporary. It's foundational. You're not being rewarded for pretending to be strong. You're being rewarded for actually becoming strong, for choosing love in the face of hate, for choosing faith in the face of fear, for choosing to get up again and again when you had every reason not to. The divine sees all, and the divine has spoken. It is done. Your reward is not just on the way. It's already unfolding. Don't question it. Don't second guess it. Receive it. It's yours. Not because you earned it through performance, but because you endured through pain. And that endurance changed you. It made you ready. It made you radiant. It made you undeniable. Everything that once confused you is about to make sense. Everything that once hurt you is about to be healed. Everything that once delayed you is about to propel you forward. You're not starting over, you're starting higher, because you never really lost anything. You were being repositioned for something greater, and now the greater is here. Let your heart open. Let the fear dissolve. Let the joy in. It's safe now. It's yours now. This is your time. You've crossed through storms that would have drowned the average soul, and yet here you are, rising, glowing, transformed. You're not who you used to be. You don't move the same, speak the same, think the same, because the experiences that once broke you open also broke off every limitation that was attached to you. That pain? It served a higher purpose. It wasn't random. It didn't happen just to hurt you. It happened to awaken you, to bring you into your divine identity. And now that you see who you really are, you'll never again settle for the version of life you once accepted. There's something beautiful happening within you. You're not just healing, you're remembering. Remembering your strength, your light, your power. The world may have tried to bury it under labels, trauma, and doubt, but it never left you. It was waiting for the exact moment your soul would rise and reclaim what was always yours. That moment is now. Your spirit is no longer dormant. It's active. It's vibrating at a frequency that can no longer be ignored. And that's why the reward is not only coming to you, it's being pulled to you by the force of your alignment. You're stepping into the life that once felt like a distant dream. But now, it feels like a reality you can touch, because the pain cleared the path. It stripped away all the illusions. It made you real, raw, unshakable. You know what matters now. You know who you are. And that kind of clarity is magnetic. It draws in opportunities, people, and breakthroughs that match your new level. You're not just attracting a better life, you're embodying it. That embodiment is why the reward is inevitable. No one saw the full picture of your pain. They saw glimpses. They noticed when you seemed quiet or withdrawn or distant. But they didn't see the internal wars. They didn't feel the nights you couldn't sleep, the mornings you didn't want to rise, the moments when you questioned everything, your worth, your purpose, your future. But the divine saw it all, felt it all, held you through it all, and now the divine is turning that unseen pain into visible power. You're about to be blessed in ways that make people wonder how. They won't understand it. But you will. Because you know what it cost. And even if they knew your story, they couldn't replicate your glory. Because the reward that's coming isn't just about what you get. It's about who you've become. That's the true wealth. The healed version of you is priceless. The one who finally believes again. The one who finally feels safe again. The one who finally trusts life again. That inner restoration is the greatest miracle. And from that restored space, everything else flows. The divine isn't giving you leftovers. You're not getting the scraps of what's left over from someone else's blessing. You're getting exactly what was written for you from the beginning. Custom-made grace. Crafted by your Creator. Tailored to your energy. Designed for your destiny. No one can take it. No one can block it. Because it wasn't theirs to begin with. It has your name, your frequency, your imprint on it. And now that you're finally aligned, it's on its way into your life in undeniable ways. There were times you thought the pain would never end. You thought the sadness was your story. But something inside you kept whispering, "Hold on." And you did. Maybe barely. Maybe with trembling hands and tear-stained prayers. But you held on. And now, every second you didn't give up is being multiplied into blessings. Every breakdown you survived is turning into a breakthrough that will carry you into a future that feels like peace, looks like joy, and flows like ease. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone anymore. That season is over. You don't owe anyone explanations for your rise. You don't need to convince them that you're worthy. Your existence is proof. Your healing is the evidence. Your peace is the announcement. Walk boldly into this new chapter. Not with arrogance, but with assurance. Because when God is with you, you walk differently. You move like someone who is guided, protected, and chosen. And that's exactly who you are. Every day now will begin to feel lighter. Not because life is suddenly easy, but because you're finally in flow. You're not resisting your purpose anymore. You're not running from your truth anymore. And because of that, everything is aligning. You'll start to notice little things, the right people showing up, divine timing playing out, unexpected blessings flowing in. Don't brush them off. They're all signs that you're on the right path. The pain carved this road, and now your reward is paving it in gold. You are the living embodiment of divine resilience, and the universe is responding to that truth. It's not punishing you anymore. It's pouring into you. Every area that once felt dry is being watered now. Every part of you that felt forgotten is being remembered. Every promise that seemed delayed is arriving. The delay wasn't denial, it was divine preparation. And now, the preparation has matured into manifestation. You are safe to rest now. Not in exhaustion, but in trust. Trust that you don't have to carry it all on your own. Trust that the same force that brought you through the pain is the same force leading you into the promise. You're not abandoned, you're not overlooked, you're not being punished, you're being prepared. And now, you're being provided for. In ways so beautiful, so specific, so timely, that you'll cry, not from sorrow, but from gratitude. And those tears, let them flow. They are holy now. They're the release of everything you once held back. They are the final goodbye to the suffering that used to live in your bones. You don't have to carry it anymore. You're not responsible for holding together what life already tore apart. You're responsible now for receiving, for allowing, for stepping into what's been waiting for you all along. This next part of your journey is about overflow, about peace that lasts, about walking in rooms and knowing you belong there, about making choices not from fear, but from power. You've earned this, not just because you survived, but because you kept your heart open. You remained soft when the world gave you every reason to go hard. And that softness, that is strength, that is rare, that is holy. So now, breathe in this truth. You are not who you were. You are not where you were. You are being carried into new levels, new doors, new dimensions. And they will open not because you forced them, but because you aligned with who you really are. The pain stripped away the false identity. And what remains now is the real you, the powerful you, the you who was always destined to rise. Let go of the guilt that tells you you're asking for too much. Let go of the shame that whispers you don't deserve it. You do. You absolutely do. And the universe agrees. God agrees. Heaven agrees. You are the living, breathing proof that pain doesn't get the final word, resurrection does. So stand tall now, chin up, shoulders back, heart open. Your reward is not coming. It's here. Your new season is not near, it's now. And this time, you're not hoping it will last. You know it will. Because you're not the same. You're stronger, brighter, wiser. You're finally you. And that's more than enough. The path has opened, and now it's unfolding beneath your feet, step by step, in rhythm with your healing, in harmony with your growth. This final stretch isn't just about walking into your reward, it's about owning it, fully, boldly, without flinching. Because you've earned every moment of peace, every drop of joy, every blessing that is about to flood into your life like sunlight after a long, endless storm. You didn't stumble into this season. You were led here, through pain, through surrender, through awakening. And now, you stand in a new energy. One that says, I'm not afraid of my light anymore. I'm not afraid of what's next. I'm ready. This readiness didn't come easily. You were forged in adversity, refined by rejection, strengthened by solitude. There were seasons where your soul was raw, stripped bare, where the silence around you was deafening. You cried out, wondering if the struggle would ever end, if your time would ever come. You questioned your path, your worth, even your reason for being. And yet, you didn't quit. You didn't fold. You didn't become what tried to hurt you. That kind of courage is rare. That kind of inner fire is what makes you unstoppable. The people who doubted you, who walked away, who misjudged your silence as weakness, they were never meant to see your rise. They were only meant to witness your breaking. Not because you were meant to stay broken, but because your elevation wasn't for their approval. It was for your own revelation. This glow up isn't for show, it's sacred. It's rooted in the soil of your sorrow, watered by your own tears, nurtured by your daily choice to believe when there was nothing visible to support it. And now, that faith is flowering into real, tangible, undeniable reward. This moment isn't about proving anything to the world. It's about finally living in a way that proves everything to yourself. That your healing wasn't just a dream. That your peace is real. That your past was not your prison. It was your preparation. And now, with your head high and your spirit steady, you walk into a chapter where nothing is missing. Where nothing is lacking. Where everything meant for you is magnetized to you, not through effort, but through alignment. The version of you who once begged for scraps, of love, of attention, of purpose, is gone. You no longer wait for someone else to choose you. You've chosen yourself. You've chosen your healing. You've chosen your own voice, your own intuition, your own sacred timeline. And in doing so, you've activated blessings that were always waiting for you. Not just external rewards, but internal shifts that will never be undone. A confidence that can't be shaken. A peace that isn't dependent on conditions. A joy that has nothing to do with perfection and everything to do with presence. You are no longer who you were. You are no longer in the energy of trying. You are in the energy of becoming, of being, of breathing in the fullness of life without fear that it will be taken away. This is what divine timing looks like. This is what the end of suffering feels like. This is the reward, not only of endurance, but of transformation. You didn't just survive, you evolved. And now, everything changes. Your relationships will reflect your wholeness. The people coming into your life now won't trigger your wounds, they'll celebrate your healing. The opportunities coming to you won't drain you, they'll inspire you. The environments you enter won't feel like battles, they'll feel like blessings. Why? Because you've outgrown anything that doesn't match the frequency of your truth. Your past will never have that kind of power over you again. It taught you. It shaped you. But it no longer defines you. The trauma, the heartbreak, the loneliness. They may have written the early chapters, but they do not write your ending. You've taken the pen back. You're the author now. And you're writing a story filled with peace, purpose, prosperity, and presence. This is what real power feels like. It's not loud. It's not forceful. It's quiet, centered, sacred. You don't need to shout your arrival. Your presence will say everything. You don't need to defend your blessings. Your journey already speaks for itself. Every scar has turned into sacred light. Every detour now looks like divine direction. And you no longer carry the energy of waiting. You carry the energy of receiving. Because you're not looking outside yourself anymore. You've come home to you. And that home is filled with light, with grace, with wisdom. The divine is not holding anything back from you. The only thing that was ever delayed was what you weren't ready to hold yet. And now, you are ready. Your hands are open, not from desperation, but from trust. You're not grasping. You're allowing. You're not chasing. You're aligning. And that alignment is what unlocks everything. From here on, the momentum picks up. Things start clicking. Answers arrive. Support flows in. You start seeing why every door had to close, why every person had to walk away, why every storm had to come when it did. Not to destroy you, but to destroy what was never meant to come with you. You're lighter now, because everything unnecessary has fallen away. You're freer now, because you stopped fighting for things that weren't for you. And in that freedom, your true reward was always waiting. Let yourself feel it. Let yourself celebrate. You didn't cheat the process. You went through it. You held your soul in the dark. You nurtured it with truth. You didn't bypass the pain. You healed through it. And that kind of healing, it's rare. It's divine. It's unstoppable. It will carry you through the rest of your life in ways you can't even imagine yet.